Importance and use of fire extinguisher. Fire extinguishers can be a small but important part of the home fire safety plan. They can save lives and property by putting out a small fire or suppressing it until the fire department arrives. In many cases, they are a first line of defense and often contain or extinguish a fire, preventing costly damage. These often overlooked devices can be a key component towards keeping you safe during a fire emergency situation. Business owners sometimes view fire extinguishers as red cans simply hanging on the wall, and expense to managing their business. For apartment building and medical centers, the presence of a fire extinguisher can provide incredible benefits. The mere presence of a fire extinguisher can have a significant impact towards diminishing the damage caused by a fire. Basic parts and function of fire extinguisher. While there are many different types of fire extinguishers, water, dry chemical, foam, clean agent, etc., for the most part they have the same or very similar parts with which to operate them. Cylindrical tank. The tank of any fire extinguisher is responsible for storing the extinguishing agent and the propellant under the correct amount of pressure. Typically made of steel, even small tanks can be surprisingly heavy. Valve. Responsible for controlling the flow of the agent, the valve is the mechanism connecting the carry handle and the operating lever and around which they function. Carry handle. Simply that, the handle allows for easy grasping, lifting, and carrying of the extinguisher. Operating lever. The lever is the metal piece that can be pressed or squeezed to operate the extinguisher. However, the operating lever will not be able to be pressed, squeezed unless the pull pin has first been removed. Pull pin. Also known as the locking pin, this metal pin is inserted into the valve portion of the fire extinguisher and prevents accidental discharge. Tamper seal. A plastic tamper seal is placed to keep the pull pin from falling out accidentally. Pressure gauge. The pressure gauge is a small, circular gauge attached to the outside of the valve assembly to show whether or not the fire extinguisher has proper pressure to expel the agent in the event of a fire. If the arrow of the gauge is in the green, it is properly charged. If it is to the left of the green, it is undercharged and will not have enough pressure to work properly. If the gauge needle is to the right of the green, it is overcharged and is a hazard at risk of exploding. CO2 extinguishers do not have pressure gauges. Instruction label. All properly operating fire extinguishers should have a legible instruction label on the extinguisher's tank that provides instructions for proper use and which type of fire it is intended to be used on. Inspection tag. This tag allows the owner or person responsible for the inspection to record the date of the regular check as well as the initials of the individual who inspected it. Discharge hose. The discharge hose is the hose that allows the extinguishing agent to travel from the tank to the base of the fire and enables the user to aim the flow of the agent. We should not forget the acronym PASS. P. Pull the safety pin. A. Aim the nozzle towards the fire. S. Squeeze the handle. And S. Sweep the nozzle sideways at the base of the fire.